Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazers of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I am helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I am helping you break through your barriers and transcend limitations you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. So, on July 3rd, 2023, we have a full moon in Capricorn. So the topic of this video is going to be what to expect for the Capricorn full moon, July 2023. So I'm going to start off with just some things you should expect for the full moon. And towards the end, I'm going to talk about some tips to bring in this full moon energy. This is also known as a thunder moon and a buck moon as well. So I'm going to explain what that means and the significance of that as well. It's a very special full moon. So make sure you tune in till the end. So remember that new moon, it's a new cycle. We're bringing in new energy, right? And then the full moon is always closing this cycle. When we're closing this cycle, we're releasing things that don't serve us. Let's think of the traits of Capricorn. If we think of a sign, that's a very ambitious sign, persistent, very practical, disciplined. We think hardworking, even hard-headed. They are good listeners. Not always showing their emotions. With this Capricorn full moon, you can expect to have determination to confront your challenges. Since Capricorn is very goal-oriented and full moon is about releasing, we are going to let go of things that are not in alignment with our goals, with the veil being thin right now, and even with the sun being in Cancer, which is a very intuitive sign. You're going to have more awareness and your intuition is going to be on point about or you're going to have a lot of awareness. It's going to be very apparent the things in your life and maybe even people that are not in alignment with your goals and maybe what's been blocking you from reaching your goals. Also, what's breaking your focus. We know right now at this time on the planet there's a lot of distractions coming up in many different levels. We know that Capricorn's a very focused sign, so there'll be awareness to what continues to try to break your focus. And you can use this Capricorn energy to stay focused and to stay on track. And when we think Capricorn sign, we think of a sign that's that has a lot of values, right? Or at least the Capricorns I know, they seem like they have a lot of very strong values. Also, what in your life is not in alignment with your values? Are you really living in your purpose? Are you living a life that's fulfilling for you or that's in alignment with your true values? So we know that Saturn rules Capricorn. So this is a good time with this full moon being in Capricorn. Also, full moon is a time where people, what we call them, emotional, right? Capricorn sign isn't really an emotional sign. A lot of them or they maybe feel on the inside, they don't show it, right? So this is a good time to get in touch with your emotions in a stable way, a very grounded way. We know Capricorns are more grounded, so we can ground those emotions and we can use them. Okay, these emotions are coming up for awareness, right? What can I do with them? What are they trying to teach me? You can use that to direct you towards your goals, and use the intuition from the sun in Cancer to guide you what needs to be released and the direction your life wants to go in. Finding purpose. Make sure you're living in alignment with your purpose. If you don't have a purpose, then you can use this intuition and also the determination to find your purpose, to really take action towards your goals and to be persistent. And even whether it's finding your purpose or persistent in your purpose, no matter what happens in the world around you, no matter what kind of rejection you get or who doesn't agree with you or however you feel internally, it's going to really drive you to where you need to go in your life. And that it could require being uncomfortable. That could require accepting some of the emotions you're having, or it could require you confronting some of the inner conflict you have. So I talked about being aligned with your purpose, but also we could use the sun being in Cancer to explore your inner world more and to purge stagnant energies. So it's a good time to release these energies that don't serve you. I know one thing about Capricorn is the sign is very good at cutting things off that don't serve them, without having too much emotional ties to it. The sun in Cancer is a good kind of balance for the moon in Capricorn. So you have a little bit of being aware of emotions and things are coming up. Emotions are coming up, your intuition is stronger, but then you're also more practical. You can release these stagnant energies and you can release things in your life that are not in alignment with your highest self version of where your life wants to go or where your goals are. And that includes people, things, habits, right? So it's a good time to purge. Like any full moon, it's a good time to release what no longer serves. With the full moon in Capricorn, this is more things related to your goals and using that determination, being more disciplined. And we can use some of that hard-headedness and being ambitious to your advantage at this time. But you can use that to release. Some people, sometimes we want to hold on to these habits that don't serve us. We want to hold on to things or people that don't serve us. So this is a really good time to release that. So this is also a time when you might have prophetic dreams. And it's going to bring awareness to any kind of spiritual issues that you're experiencing. So it might be a good time to take notes on any kind of dreams you have. What are the messages that are trying to come through? Your subconscious is always trying to communicate through your dreams. Your highest self is always trying to communicate through your dreams. So maybe write down some of these. If you see certain patterns in the dreams, you know, like with full moon, or your intuition's on point, you will get more dreams or emotions come up. So it's a good time to use this to your advantage. What are these dreams trying to tell me? What are these emotions? What are these feelings inside of me that maybe I'm not good at expressing? What are they trying to tell me? Maybe a good way to express them is even to write them out. And if we want to talk about rituals, also, I always think it's good to have a ritual for a full moon. Setting intentions for what you want to let go of. Some people do rituals where they'll write down everything they're trying to let go of, and they'll burn the paper, right, in a safe place, not inside. Don't set your house on fire or anything. But that's something I think it's good to do, writing things out. If you have trouble expressing them, you know, then writing is a good way. There's different ways to express it. Some people express it through dance, through music, through content. I mean, there's different ways to express, right, or to connect more with them, even if it's uncomfortable. Remember, the life we want is outside of our comfort zone. It's a good time to release any inner child wounds, anything that maybe past traumas, you know, good time to connect with it, accept them, and try to release them. You know, use that Capricorn energy to cut them off, release them, feel them, but you need to feel them, accept them, and release them. Feeling is the key word there. Also, I think since Capricorn is an earth sign, grounding, connecting with nature is always good during full moons. It's always good in general, but especially during a full moon when you might feel intense energy, intense emotions, get out into nature, go do some grounding, put your bare feet in the grass. I always think grounding is a good idea for anything, but especially Capricorn is an earth sign, so connecting more with nature, maybe going out, being alone in nature, connecting, maybe that's the time to feel the emotions that need to come up or to analyze them and to decide to let your intuition come up, guide you to where your life's trying to go. Also, Capricorn has a lot of wisdom too, so you know we can use that wisdom to our advantage on what needs to let go. Very practical. This isn't really serving me. This doesn't make me feel good. These things are in alignment, you know, and just let them go. Make decisions accordingly. Or maybe it's time to create some new habits and more other habits that are more in alignment with the goals what you want to achieve. Think about people that have the things that you want and what are they doing? What kind of habits do they have? That's just something I thought about. Also, crystals, if we want to use crystals in our rituals, earthy crystals, I have garnet is a good one, onyx or smoky quartz. We can charge them in the moonlight and use them. Also, it's a good time for self-care and to organize. Those are also rituals that will kind of match this Capricorn energy. It's good for any kind of full moon, but especially for this full moon. The Native Americans named this full moon the thunder moon. There's a lot of thunderstorms, and the moisture from the rain would help the vegetation develop. So this is also a good time, maybe I said with self-care, like nurturing yourself, nurturing your goals so that they can grow, kind of watering those plants. You've already planted the seeds, now we're watering those plants, we're nurturing them, and then we're also taking the weeds out, right? Releasing what doesn't serve so the vegetation can grow, right? So this is also known as a buck moon. So think about a buck, we have the antlers of the deer, right, pushing out. So it goes with the Capricorn, right? Very driven. I said about Capricorns being hard-headed and driven, right? So we can think about this as time of growth and strength and new beginnings. With it being Capricorn, we can really have the discipline and structure to reach our goals and to let go of what does not serve. It's also a good time to release karma, some of those negative patterns in our life, even negative interactions with people. They even said all the good energy, all the good karma you've been putting out, you're going to see more of the rewards. You're going to reap what you sowed. You're going to see a lot of that come back to you, all that hard work, all that dedication, all that staying in alignment. If you have been, you will start to see the fruits of your labor as well. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group, an Instagram, and a TikTok. The links are in this video description and in my channel description. I also offer spiritual and transformational coaching. I'm probably going to label myself now as an intuitive transformational coach to kind of combine those two. So if you need help getting your life together, I've been through a lot of trauma, grief, overcome addictions, toxic relationships, things like that, mental health issues. So if you're finding yourself in a dark place or even going through spiritual awakening and need help getting your life together, I can help get you back on track. My contact information is in this video as well. I hope you have a good full moon. Have a good day. Namaste.